So the name of the company that I had a problem with was Boxycharm, and the main problem I had with them was that they just had very rude customer service. I was called names, and I was identified as a liar, and nothing was resolved. And this issue came from both employees and a manager on the deck. Last month, I received a Boxycharm. I've been a charmer for over a year already, and I had their Boxycharm, their Boxy Lukes, and their Boxy Premium. So last month, I received the premium, and when I received the premium, I had gotten some desurfacing wipes and some makeup remover wipes, and I had gotten a rash by using them. So I didn't want a refund or nothing. I just wanted to cancel my subscription. And then the day that I had canceled it, I had still gotten charged. So that's why I contacted them, because I said, I canceled this and I don't want this product anymore, and this is why I don't want it. So, and I wasn't even calling about the rash or nothing, because I have been experiencing some issues with my skin due to an allergy that I recently discovered I had because of the heat. So, whenever I go outside and stuff, I live in Florida. So, the sun's too strong for me, and I have really sensitive skin. I have dermatitis. So, when I've been going outside lately, my skin has been flaring up on me with boils and stuff. So, I assumed that it's due to the sensitivity of my skin, not because of the product. I'm not sure if I'm allergic to anything that the product has inside of it. And I made sure to let them know that, to explain why I was canceling this, product and stuff, because I still need to figure out what I'm allergic to and what. And well, I had already posted on my survey that I had sensitive skin to begin with. When I spoke to the representative said, okay, well, let me put you on hold. But he did not put me on hold. I overheard him having a conversation with the person he was going to transfer me to, calling me a bitch, saying that I was lying, that how can I have a heat allergy like that, that's impossible. He started saying that I was so rude and that I sound like a bitchy person and all this stuff. And so I'm on hold and I'm listening to everything they're saying. It's between a male and a female. And then when the female finally answers, I tell her, "Well, I need to speak to your manager. I just heard your conversation while I was supposed to be on hold." And she was like, "Oh, you're the lady with the skin allergy. Are you allergic to garlic too, since you're allergic to the heat? Are you going to eat some garlic and then burn?" And I said, "Let me just speak to your manager. Let me speak to your manager right now, this instant." And at this point, I'm beyond furious, and so finally they passed me to the manager, and the manager listens to what I'm saying. And then I hear him on the phone cussing, "Get so and so's ASS over here right this effing instant," and all this stuff. So finally, the person comes into the room and they're arguing with me, saying that I'm a liar, saying that I said racial remarks towards them. Then they start saying racial remarks towards me, calling me names and stuff. And then finally, I hung up on them. After I hung up on them, they called me back I think it was like three times, back to back to back to back to back, till finally they stopped. And then after they stopped, I was in the process of making a report. So I called back just to find out the manager's name. All I said was, "Hi, I just want to know what's the name of the manager that you have on the floor right now." And the person I spoke to said, "Oh, his name is Scooby. Is there anything that I can help you with?" And I said, "No, no, thank you. I just wanted to know the excuse me, the name of the manager on duty." And he said, "Oh, you stupid, stupid woman. Why are you calling here if you just want to find out a name? This is where you call to solve problems. If you don't want a problem solved, so then why are you wasting my time?" And I just hung up on him. And my husband was with me listening to everything they were saying while I was, trying to speak to them. So I just hung up, and I'd be prior to that, I had already tried 2 weeks to contact them via email, via Instagram, via all social medias, as to see why they didn't contact me. It wasn't until randomly one day they called me by the phone. And then, well, I answered, and that's what everything happened. And I was just so furious because that has never happened to me before over the phone in customer service. I've been discriminated out in public and stuff, you know, as a Hispanic woman, but never over the phone like that, especially accusing me of lying, making fun of a medical condition that I have, which I proof that I have a medical condition. I take medicines and creams for it and stuff like that. And still, this is how they act towards me. Like it was just unbelievable. Like at one point, I didn't even believe that that was what was going on. That was the conversation we were having. And then the manager did nothing to help the situation. At one point, they were saying that I was talking to somebody else instead of the person who was inside the office. And then they brought in other people and said, "Oh, did you speak to this person?" Like, and then I told the manager, "Don't you guys have recorded calling like for this purpose? For this exact purpose, so you can see that I wasn't the one lying. I wasn't the one being rude or sarcastic. That was your fellow employees, not me." You know, like this isn't that why they have the recordings of the calls between the employees and the customer for this exact reason? And he was just like, "No, ma'am, no, we don't do that." And after that, we argued back and forth, and I hung up. I was just so furious and unbelievable about what was going on. You know, like it was just ridiculous. Customer service ended up reaching out to me via email too from a completely different email. It was a Boxycharm email, but a different email from the one that originally I was trying to get to respond. So they contacted me and they did issue me a refund for the box. And I did tell them about the issue that I had, but unfortunately, they didn't really seem to reply about the issue, just about the refund that I received because I told them I didn't want the box anymore. At first, they did tell me, "Oh, no, we don't do refunds." And I said, "No, well, I don't want your product. Like, I will send your product back if that's the case." And then after that, then they told me, "Oh, no, okay." Well, then they sent the refund and everything, and it was deposited into my account, and that was handled.
I see. And did you try to solve this issue in any other ways, maybe to reach the head of this company or someone else?
I did look online and I did try to message them via Instagram again, and I did try to message the what I saw on Google was the person that was in charge, the head of the company, but I didn't get any response back. And well, since that day, I also did contact my bank and let my bank know what was going on. And I put a pause to or no, not a pause, but I put a stop so that they would never be able to charge me again. And then, well, that was all I did. But I did try to message them by email, social media. I tried to call again to see if maybe somebody else would answer from the number that they called me from. I think it was a day after, 2 days after, and still nobody really, it didn't sound like they were trying to do anything.
I see that. Okay, and what solution are you waiting from them?
Well, right now, I'm just happy that they were able to give me my refund, and that was it. I mean, I told them that I didn't want no products from him, and I canceled all my subscriptions, and I really do intend to keep it that way. After what happened, I just don't want to deal with that type of business anymore. And I mean, it's okay. There's a bunch of other makeup subscriptions and stuff like that out there. So it wasn't really something that I was just upset about the way that I was spoken to, about the way I was approached for something so simple. You know, like, and I did say, you know, what was going on, and I said, but it's not because of the product. I think it's because of the sensitivity of my skin that I have newly been dealing with. I still am not aware what I can use and what I can't use, and things like that. You see, I am wearing some highlighter and a little bit of blush, but I'm not wearing any foundation or nothing because the oils from the foundation seem to make my skin break out too, which I'm sure is other people have problem as well. So that's why I just decided to cancel it completely. And until I can figure out which products really work with me and which products don't, then maybe I'll try them again. But for the moment, I'm just going to stay clear of that.
Yeah, I see that. I see your choice. Okay, and what could you advise to the Boxycharm company, to improve their customer service, or like what they should do better?
I think that they really should try and make sure that their calls are being recorded for this exact purpose. And if they do have issues like that, I mean, I would hope that they would have a manager that is willing to fix the issue and not and make it escalate more or turn it a different direction, you know? Like I wasn't calling to have problems with them. I was calling to have a problem resolved and that was it, you know? And that's cuz I probably would have continued my subscription if it wasn't for the way that they talked to me. Because I mean, who doesn't like for the price that they have for the products that they send, it's a really good deal. And so that's why I had subscribed to it to begin with because it was a really good deal, you know? And as a mom of three boys, it's hard for me to get out there and buy and look for makeup and do things like that, you know? So that's why too I decided that I'd rather stay clear of them. I mean, it was a really good brand, but because of their customer service and everything, I just felt that it wasn't something that I really wanted to deal with.
What could you advise to the future customers of the Boxycharm?
Just for them to record any calls that they have between Boxycharm and themselves and the customer service. I mean, you never know what type of customer service you're gonna get, and it's good to have proof for these types of reasons. You know, that's the one mistake I wish I could have fixed was having proof.
Okay, why did you decide to go in public and to make the video interview regarding your issue?
Well, because I decided that because I wanted other people to be able to know from my experience and to see, you know, what I was happening, what was going on. And maybe, I mean, I don't think I'm the only person out there that's had a customer service issue with them, you know? I just think that there has to be somebody else out there. And maybe if I come forward, somebody else will come forward and say, oh, well, this happened to me too. And maybe we can get together as people and speak to this company about them fixing this issue. Because, like I said, they are a good company. It's a good idea that they have, and the price is very good too. I just wish that they would be more on point with their customer service. That was all.